Hey, first graders. So today we're going to talk in math about a new way to solve story problems. You remember using the change to more and change to less, where we found the starting number, how did it change, and what's the final number. We're going to read more story problems today, but we're going to use something called a parts and total diagram. You might notice that it's going to look a lot like something that you've used a lot with the number of the day. So let's read the story and then we're going to solve it together in a new way. Teresa has 3 pencils in her backpack. How many pencils does she have in her backpack? 3. And 6 pencils in her desk. We've got 2 numbers here. She has 3 pencils in her backpack, 6 pencils in her desk. How many pencils does she have altogether? Well, what are we going to do with those 2 numbers? We're going to take the 3 pencils and the 6 pencils and add them together to count all of the pencils. So the first part, here's our part total diagram. See how there's 2 parts and 1 total, because we take this part and we put them together. How many pencils were in Teresa's backpack? 3. So I'm going to write the 3 over here. And how many pencils were in her desk? 6. So I'm going to write 6 right there. Now, how many pencils does she have altogether, or in all? We're going to add those 2 numbers together, 3 and 6. Which number should we put in our head first? The 3 or the 6? The 6, because it's bigger. So say 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 3. We added those 3. So she had 6. She got another one, 7, 8, 9. What would that number sentence look like for that story problem? 3 plus 6 equals 9. Now, I want to show you something else. Because, oh wait, I forgot to put the total at the top, didn't I? 9 goes at the top. That is our total. Now I want to show you something, because it kind of reminds me a lot of this guy. That's our number bond. Remember using number bonds a lot in the classroom with the number of the day? I hope you do. I'm going to get rid of these circles for you. A number bond is the same as a part total diagram. We have 2 parts that go together to make a total. Sometimes you might know what the total is, or the big number here, and you have to find the other part. So for this story, Teresa had 3 pencils in her backpack and 6 pencils in her desk. And when you put 3 and 6 together, that makes 9. Okay? So that's okay. So now let's look at this domino and do the same thing with the part total diagram or with a number bond. When you look at the domino, we see 2 numbers. The first part is 4. Okay, so I'm going to write the number 4 here. The second part is 6. Now when I put those 2 together and I count all of the dots, how many will I have? Maybe you remember that 4 and 6 is a combination of 10. If you didn't remember, that's okay. Say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number sentence looks like this. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Let's try another one. This time we're going to look at the number bond with the domino and the part total diagram. That's a lot, but I want you to understand that we can use all those different parts to get the same answers. They're just different strategies. So let me erase these for you. See how we have a little arrow there that says same thing. So this time, see if you can do this one with me. You can pause the video right now and maybe get a piece of paper or just think for a minute, but what number would go here? What number goes here in this part? And what is the total? Or maybe you want to draw a number bond. What's this part? What is that part? And what is the total? Okay? Pause it if you want to, and then I'm going to keep going. All right, so what did you get for your answers? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or if you used a number bond, you put a 2 in one part, a 7 in the other part. And now we need to put those two numbers together. 7, 8, 9. 9 is our total. So 9 is the largest number because when we think about a domino or numbers in general, we know that when I'm taking two small numbers or two parts, when I put those together, the number always gets bigger. The number gets smaller if I have the total and I take parts away. Okay, so our number sentence on this one would be 2 plus 7 equals 9. Now for this last one, I want you to think about a story problem. So I'm going to use these numbers and the numbers are in our diagram. But this time, what's missing in the diagram? Now we still have the domino to help us, but if you notice the number bond and the diagram here for part total, the part is missing. The total is here. The total is in the number bond. 7 is the total, and we know that. But if I know that part of 7 is 2, what's the other part? We're going to get our cubes that we use in the classroom all the time, our tower. So here is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If part of 7 is 2, what is the other part? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one way that you can find the answer, friends, is to say 2 and then keep counting until you get to 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 and 5 makes 7. So what is your number sentence going to look like? 2 plus 5 equals 7. And your 5 goes there. Okay, now it's your turn to practice on your worksheets that you have in your bundle. Thanks for listening, boys and girls. Let me know if you have any problems.